Story for another day. Brittany Seahorn, welcome to Adultish Wines.
Thank you so much.
We started to tell a story that we'll have to tell off air.
I really want to know what's tea, though.
That's
I'll
okay.
wait.
We can do it after. I have to admit, I'm a little late. I talk shit about people for being late, and I guess I was the one late today, so my bad, my apologies.
But you technically weren't late, though, because you were here. You know, so I feel like you weren't late.
Right.
Per se.
I wasn't, set up and ready. Typically, I'm, ready and waiting like a
girl, I'm
puppy
fine.
dog for my guests.
It's okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Cheers.
Cheers. I'm happy to be here.
I'm so excited to have you. Okay, you are... I'm going to take this straight from your bio because I love it.
Okay.
You're a digital creator.
Mm-hmm.
Luxury, libations, and what is the other thing? Luxury lifestyle libations? Yeah.
You got it.
And I feel like that's really you. That fits.
Yeah, it took me a long time to actually get that simplified. For one, I don't like overcomplicating things, but I also find it hard to summarize myself. But I think that's a good one. I think I might actually add another L to it. Luxury, libations, lifestyle. And I'm trying to figure out a way to get music in there. Because music is a big thing for me.
Listener.
Lyric. But I don't write lyrics. I just listen to them. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, that's me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Multifaceted. I've had a lot of boss ladies on, which I love. I mean, I feel like every woman...
You call me a boss.
Yeah, you are. No, you are. Okay, you're a lot of things that we're going to get into. We have a few things that we're going to get into, which we already know. But you are a boss. You have a real 9-to-5. Then you're a digital content creator. Mm-hmm. You're a daughter. Which from, again, I always am I know you from social media, but really I don't. But it does feel like you're a really active daughter.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I am.
I don't
it's
really
hard
have
work.
Parents. So
I'm a daughter/mom.
Okay.
And then a bonus mom.
And then you're a bonus mom.
The daughter/mom goes together because I'm very much parenting my parents.
Yeah.
Like a lot of us millennials.
Yeah.
Are you doing the same?
I would be if I would be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, passed away and then... That's okay. It's fine.
Okay.
Passed away and then deadbeat, unfortunately. So it would be a lot of parenting.
Don't deserve it then. You get a free pass.
I know. Thank you.
Well, yeah.
And I said wife.
Yeah.
Did I? Okay, phew.
No, you didn't, but I feel like... Love you, Keenan.
I don't want to get in trouble.
No, don't get in trouble.
Okay. But I do feel like we're going to get into this definitely, but you do say that on social media, you're very open and honest about the fact that you protect your peace, you protect yourself, and you're you don't do a lot of things. You know, you'll say I'm inside, or I'm not doing anything for 2 weeks because I was out at an event. And you're here at the Adultish Wines podcast. So honored.
And I feel very at home. I love it here. I really do. I love it here. It's so dope. I want to come back.
Okay.
Just to be here.
Anytime.
Yeah.
That's my favorite compliment when I have a guest on. They say I feel comfortable. Okay,
it's very comfortable, chic, homey. I feel like I could take a nap.
Okay. Well, don't do that.
No, but not right now. But I'm just it just feels, it's a feel-good place. And I'm very big on energy.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, soon I'm going to have real plants, too, here that will add to the peaceful
But you don't need them. I have fake plants, too. Fake plants are okay.
They are.
For me, I can't keep real ones alive.
Well, I want to try.
Because I can't do it. I'm rooting for you.
She said, good for you, not for me. Enjoy that.
I'll pass.
Oh my God. Okay, so we have a lot to cover, but I first want to start with, I don't even know why specifically did I know this? You are, first of all, your husband is Keenan Seahorn, who is a member of the Poor Horse on podcast. I've had 3 of them on. I've not had Keenan yet. Maybe one day. I feel like he would, I don't know. I feel like...
it would be good. Keenan is
he's the one that I definitely know the least. I've interacted with the least, so I just would not have a read on it.
But he's highly entertaining.
You
wouldn't know what to expect, and that's one of my favorite things about him. He's hilarious, so you can't expect that. He's also very honest. Yeah. So he's not gonna can I cuss?
Yeah, definitely.
He's not gonna bullshit you.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
Yeah, no, I laugh out loud. Literally LOL.
He's hilarious. Media. It's literally one of my favorite things about him. You should definitely have him.
Okay.
I'll make it happen. Don't worry.
Okay.
I got you.
But I was wondering why I knew that, and obviously maybe it was just from listening to the Poor Horseman podcast or being, I don't know, someone told me, you shot your shot with your husband.
I did.
And so I want to know about that because I might have a situation I need you to weigh in on as well.
You shouldn't have said that because now I'm going to have you shooting your shot by the time I leave.
Hopefully.
I mean.
And hopefully I make it.
I wish more women did it, honestly. It really wasn't as deep as a lot of women think it is. Like when they ask me, I've talked about it on social several times. And every time I do talk about it, it becomes a thing. It's like, why would you go after a man and women just don't act like women no more and blah, blah, blah. But I feel like it's 2024.
Yeah. Oh, I'm yes, go
get what you want.
It took me a little bit. I hadn't done it. And then I would say a couple years ago, maybe closer to a year ago, I started trying.
Yeah.
And it felt weird.
Yeah.
But I think we should.
Yeah.
I'm on that page.
It never felt weird to me, honestly. Like, I shot my shot at Keenan in DMs on Twitter first, and then
Twitter DMs.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm out of the Twitter.
This goes back to Twitter. I've been on Twitter for a long time. I'm not really on there as much as I used to be, but I followed him. I don't even know why I started following him, but I noticed that he had a son. Okay. And I saw a video of him doing karaoke with Keelan in the front seat. And I was like, this is so cute.
And an attractive dad.
And I was like, dang, his daddy kind of fine. Yeah. Yeah. And I was like, I want to ride in the front seat. And so, like, I didn't say that when I first shot my shot. When I first
would that have been a good line, though?
Okay. No.
Oh, okay. See, I'm not good at this.
I tried that, and it did not. Exactly. Okay. So, the first time I shot my shot, it was Taco Tuesday or National Tequila Day. Something to do with tequila. And he had asked, like, where to get tacos, and I told him. And then, like, later that day, I was at the bar with my best friend, drunk at Pistoleros. And Pistoleros is a huge, like, part of me and Keenan's relationship. I was drunk at the bar at Pistoleros, and I was like, I like this dude. I'm about to ask him where he went. Oh. And so I sent him a DM, and I was like, where'd you end up going to get tacos? He told me Barnaby's. I don't have nothing against Barnaby's, but you don't go to Exactly. Like your face says, you don't go to Barnaby's.
Wait. For anyone who's not from Houston, and like, I want to just highlight, I've only been here for 3.5 years. I go to Barnaby's for their like Cobb salad.
Exactly. They have a good turkey burger. Like, brunch is cool.
Their fries are good.
That's it. Yeah. But tacos, I was like, why would you go there? But okay. So I was like, well, next time you want tacos, like, we should do Taco Tuesday. Like, I like to eat. And so I, like, put my number. And then he responded with, like, a long paragraph. Okay. That was basically like, I'm not really into giving people my number. I just feel like there's too many expectations, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, this is fucking weird. Mind you, I'm tipsy. Okay. So I'm like, why is he telling me all this? Like, this is stupid. Yeah. So I was like, okay, whatever. He's weird. And so I was like, okay, fine. So I got rejected. I shot my shot and I got rejected. Okay. Normally I wouldn't feel in that type of way, but I felt some type of way because it was like a long, like, soliloquy. And I just felt like, why did you do that?
You were like, that was too much.
You could have just, like,
you really felt that way.
Yeah, you could have just left me on red. Yeah. Or whatever. But then I woke up the next day and I was like, oh, it's fine. We still followed each other. I followed him on Instagram. And then I saw another karaoke episode of him and Keelan. And I responded. And I was like, how could I get in the front seat?
You said that?
I did. Because I just like setting myself up for failure.
A glutton for punishment.
Oh my God. And he sent me back a GIF or GIF, however
I thought you were going to say another long paragraph. No. And I was like, not the paragraph.
This was worse because he sent me is it a GIF or a GIF?
I don't know. I never know how to say it.
Like that scene in Forrest Gump where Forrest was trying to sit on the bus and the boy's like, seat's taken. Yeah. L's upon L's upon L's. I was like, bruh, I've never had a problem like approaching a man at a bar or whatever. They're just people. But it really starts to make me question my life. Like, what the
seats taken? Obviously by his son, but like, yeah, that could have been like, but seats taken, I got a woman too.
Yeah. I felt some type of way about it. But you know, at that point, I was just like, screw this man. I'm not about to be like chasing you. I was done. Like, yeah. I went to happy hour the next day and I told one of my homegirls, I was like, I'm good. Yeah. I almost blocked him. Okay. But no, we were cool for like another, probably like 9 months or so. Like,
what?
On socials.
No, but like, okay.
Like, there was no conversation. It was just like,
I know.
you know, we followed each other. Like, he would send heart eyes on my stories, and I'm like, why are you liking my stories?
Slide, no action.
Like, can you not? And then, like, we would talk about tacos, because this all started with tacos, right? And, you know, we talk about like, oh, well, we know we can still go get tacos or whatever. And it just never happened. And then fast forward to April 4th of the next year. And I was like, you so full of it. Like, get out my inbox. Because every time you talk about tacos, I'm just like, it's not going to go anywhere. Like, this is so stupid. It's been like a year. And he's like, nah, pick a date. And so I was like, okay, tomorrow. Thinking he was going to say no. He said yes. So we went to Pistoleros at 4 o'clock on April 5th of 2019. And we've been stuck together since.
Oh my God.
Yeah. All things in time. That is like one of my quotables. All things in time.
Okay. Are you patient though? Because I'm not a patient person. And I would be so irritated.
Well, the thing is, like, when I shot my shot, I wasn't that serious. Like, it wasn't that deep to me.
It was just like fun. He's cute.
I had just like broken up with somebody for after like a long-term relationship. So I was like, I just want to get tacos. Like, I just want to hang out.
Yeah.
And then go back home and watch ID channel until I go to sleep.
Yeah.
It wasn't that deep. So I was like, it was weird that he turned me down. So that made me feel even worse. I was like, I wasn't even really trying like that, and I got blocked.
Oh
but okay. But as far as like patience, it wasn't really patience to me because I wasn't waiting for him. If that makes sense. Like, I wasn't waiting for him. I was worried about myself.
Yeah.
I was chilling. Wasn't dating.
That is when it does work out.
Yeah.
When you're not worried about anyone else.
I had like no interest. So by no means was I like waiting for him. And that's what a lot of women, like, the flack that I get is like, women just like run behind men and blah, blah, blah. I was like, but I didn't though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just saw something I wanted and I was like, boop, I want that. And then it just didn't work out at that time.
All things with time.
Yeah.
And then you're married.
Yeah. It'll be 2 years.
Oh my God.
On, when's the 2nd? Friday?
I
think it's Friday.
Calendar. Yeah, Friday.
Yeah. So
the day after this episode comes out.
Yes.
2 years.
So
happy anniversary.
Yeah. So we had 2 anniversaries. So our first anniversary is on the 2nd of February.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So we'll be 2 years married.
Congrats.
Thanks.
All from a slide-in.
Yeah.
2 rejections. And then he got it together.
Yeah. But I saw in him what he did not see in himself. And he'll tell you that. He just looked like my husband. Like, I knew he was my husband.
Yeah. Damn.
And so I was like, well, you know, I got blocked, but it's cool. If I'm right, then it'll come back.
Right.
And I was right.
Okay.
9 times out of 10, I'm right.
Oh. Heard it here first.
You know.
She said what she said.
No, but really, I just knew. Like, I just knew. And then, like, after the first date, I was like, yeah.
You knew, and you never even met him, and you just knew. You had a feeling.
It's just like his aura. Like, from what I saw, like, by no means was he just giving like every detail. I could just tell, like, by how he carried himself and how he took care of our son.
Yeah.
I just knew.
Okay, I need advice. I got a situation.
What you want to know, girl?
Okay. So I matched with a guy on Hinge.
Okay.
One night. 2-3 hours later, I'm out at a sushi restaurant with my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
He walks in the door. And I'm really weird with faces. I looked at his profile once and I was like, that guy's hot. That guy's my type.
Mm-hmm.
Not like that guy's my husband, but I was like, I got a feeling.
Yeah.
And I don't know how often you were on dating apps or if you were, but like
I
you
wasn't.
swipe. Oh, good for you. You swipe, and they're all like kind of medium. Like, okay, that could be a cool guy. We'll see.
But this
like,
one stood out.
There's only a few that are like, oh, wow. And he took time to fill out his prompts, like all this stuff. Anyway, so he walked in, we were about to leave, and I was like, oh. And my friend was like, who is that? Ooh. And I was like, I don't know. She's like, do you know him? And I was
Did he look like the pictures?
It was a picture.
Like,
it was him.
He looked like
100%.
Not catfish.
No.
Okay.
And she's like, who is that? And I said, that's a guy on Hinge and I'm going to know him.
Yeah.
You know? And she's like, are you sure? Are you sure? I'm like, you know I'm good with faces.
When you know, you know.
You know. So I was like, where'd he go? He zoomed in, zoomed out. So I was like, all right, let's go. If he might be meeting a date. So if he's out here alone, like, I'll go introduce myself and awkwardly say, hey, your match on Hinge. And he was gone. Disappeared. Poof. So I ended up messaging him and I was like, I think I just saw you at Blue Sushi. He messaged me the next day, was like, oh my God, that's crazy. Like, what? You know, where were you? Da-da-da. And I said, I was getting up from the bar and I saw you. You zoomed in, zoomed out. And he's like, yeah, I was meeting my friend at another restaurant, but I saw Blue Sushi. I like sushi. I wanted to check the place out. And so I was like, he's like, why didn't you say hi to me? And I said, because you were gone. 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So he didn't respond to that. A couple days later, I was like, you know what? I knew I was having you on the pod. And honestly, I was like, I'm going to do some Brittany Seahorn energy here.
Yeah.
And I've shot my shot before, but I feel strongly that I would, on these dating apps, it's so on to the next.
Mm-hmm.
So I want him to know that, like, I am interested.
Okay.
So a couple days later, I said, Blue Sushi does happy hour all day on Sundays. We should go.
I like it.
And my number.
I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
He texted me.
Simple.
Yeah. So he texted me. We've been chit-chatting.
Okay.
He said, would love to. I'm busy this weekend, but definitely want to meet you on purpose soon. That was, definitely want to see what this experience holds.
Okay.
Seeing you within a couple hours of us matching, like, that's a good, kind of fun sign kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So no moves have been made.
On his part.
On his part. Like, as far as suggesting a time, place, communication has been, it's literally only been like a week or 2
mm-hmm.
max.
Mm-hmm.
What am I supposed to do? Do I just...
When's the last time you messaged him?
He messaged me, texted me on a Friday night,
mm-hmm.
which he said he had a busy weekend, but he was like, hey, just wanted to see what my new friend was up to.
Okay.
And we chatted for a little bit. I texted him the next day saying, hey, like, what are you up to this weekend? I know you have a busy weekend. He didn't respond to that. And now that has been since, what is today? Tuesday. So 3 days. Tuesday. So I messaged last with no response.
I say you give one more follow-up and then be done.
Okay. Like an aggressive follow-up? Like,
no.
Or just a, hey, how are you?
You don't want to be aggressive. Like, hey,
But like a purposeful. Like,
yeah,
hey,
purposeful.
Would you like to?
You said that you were busy whatever weekend.
Yeah.
What you got available, bro? Okay. And if there's no, like, nothing after it, then not the bro part.
We have a guest in the studio audience. No. But Kiana said, don't say bro.
No, but you definitely, like, say it with assertiveness.
Okay, that was what I was going to say.
Not bitchy, but assertive. Yeah. Like, I'm not just sitting here with, like, twiddling my fingers either. Yeah. But I do think it would be dope to meet up with you. So, like, are you available or not?
Okay.
But in, like,
Yeah.
But make sure that energy gets across.
That's kind of what I felt by putting my number with the original thing. Like,
that was good. So now, like, when you do your last follow-up, short, sweet, to the point.
Now when I circle back.
Yeah. I'm getting flashbacks from, I can't remember, Corporate Aaron. I don't know if you're on Twitter. Not Twitter, TikTok.
Yeah, yeah.
Corporate Aaron.
Oh, yeah.
Her and her voice.
I love him.
My ear's itching. Oh, my God.
I love him.
But I think you should send just, like, another message like, hey, I know, like, it's probably been, like, a busy couple of days. Just checking in with you. If you're not available, cool.
Okay.
And be done. And then watch, like, 4 days later, you're like, hey, so how you been? I'm like, fine.
Yeah. And then at that point, he can make the actual plan.
Because we're not about to chase.
Right.
There's a fine line between
I've done
chasing.
some chasing before. When I feel a good feeling about someone, I get attached. Excited more so the feeling.
Yeah. It's like the adrenaline rush, but we ain't got time for that.
No. And I had a disaster of a situation, which we can talk about off air, that I am so... And then I had a great situation, so I now know the disaster. Like, I know that I don't want to be treated that way, and I don't want to be treated this way.
That's what dating is. That's why I tell people all the time, like, that's what dating is. You date to figure out what you like, what you don't like, what you want, what you don't want, what you will tolerate, and what you're just like, nah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, that is the point of dating. To get to know yourself.
I feel like I'm, like, on a healthy track for that. Okay, good. All right. Well,
I feel like you're doing a good job.
Well, we will see how it goes.
Yeah. And if it's not that one, it'll be somebody else. Like, again, with, like, the shooting your shot thing, a lot of people are like, well, I'm afraid to get rejected. But rejection is, like, literally protection.
I'm actually not,
It's literally protection.
So
like,
much.
if I had got with Keenan when, like, I actually shot my shot and he said yes, and vice versa, like, neither one of us were ready to be in a relationship.
Right.
I would hate that man. I'm sure of it. Like, if he actually said, yes, let's go get tacos when I first asked him.
I know a few people who are in long-term relationships now, married, who used to talk way back when, like, even 8, 9, 10 years before they actually got together.
Mm-hmm. We're different people.
Wow.
So rejection is literally protection. So if that man don't text you back, that's probably saving you some stress and giving you some more sleep because he's probably going to ruin your life.
Oh, God. I can't do another one of those.
Just saying, you know? So
that was like Brittany, that was like threatening. He's going to ruin your life.
It's true, though. Like, a lot of women get so caught up in, like, well, I just see, like, his potential or whatever. But if the universe or whatever you believe in
I'm a fixer.
Constantly, like,
I'll be there for you.
No.
Yeah. Not
no.
We don't have time for that.
No, we don't. Like, forget that. Okay. We're always helping other people. We're helping ourselves.
Yes.
That's it.
Okay.
Tell me what he says.
I will. Keep you posted. I can't believe I just talked about that whole situation on here. Hopefully it works out or I'm going to look like a fucking idiot.
No, you won't. No, you won't. No, you won't. It's just another, like, story on the timeline of your life.
Do you know what I liked, too, about him is sometimes I'm self-conscious. I don't know if you... Actually, I think I've talked about it with Phil and LP and Jared on the podcast from The Poor Horseman. I get a little self-conscious about being on a podcast, dating a man, and they're like, what do you talk about? I'm like, my previous dating, sex, mental health, boundaries. And they're just kind of like, oh, like they see it as threatening. And this is my favorite thing I've ever done.
That's not the right man.
Right, I know.
Simple.
Kiana's like, snaps in the background.
Like, I mean, that's just what it is. Like, that's just not the right man.
So this guy, he looks like just like very creative. He looks like he's kind of in some sort of the industry or something. So that's a big
that's what's like, you gravitate toward that,
yeah. So, okay, we'll see
what he says. Like, maybe he just had a busy week. We don't know.
Right. I'm not butthurt that he hasn't, but I'm just like, should I kind of...
One more. And then based on his response, we're good.
Okay.
Cool.
Sounds good. What are a couple main differences from girlfriend life to wife life? Obviously, you became a bonus mom. Like, how long did you...
I'm only thinking hard about that because I feel like as soon as you get married, people are like, how does it feel? And I'm like, it doesn't feel like really any different. Okay. We lived together before we got married for like a year. But as far as like marriage versus like just being in a relationship, I remember actually putting him down as my emergency contact. And I was like, oh, I really like married you.
Oh, when you got married. Like, this is real.
I was like, oh. So that was different. I was like, dang, so they're not going to call my mama. They're going to call you.
Whoa.
That's weird. So that was different. And then also, I feel like you have to be more cognizant of the other person. Like, you already were doing that when you were in a relationship, like, prior to marriage. But I feel like it's more apparent when you're married. Because like now you're bound to each other and you want that to work. So you want to be like more cognizant of them and how they feel. And just like open to feedback and being flexible.
Yeah.
And learning like new versions of that person.
Right. Like literal communication.
Literally. Like I've been in therapy for like a year now. Again, like my next round. And that's like opened up a lot of things, like learning more about myself and vice versa for him. So like being open to new versions of this person that you married. That's what's different.
Open to the change.
Yeah, open to the change. It's still the same person. They still have the same core values, but just like journeying through life.
Yeah, but if you're not changing as a person...
No. Like you're changing just because life changes you, but like at your core, this is still the same person that gravitated. Like that's who I saw. So yeah, I don't know if that really answered your question.
But you did. And does it become just like more? Again, when you're dating someone, you
can go whenever you want.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. But then you still care about that person. You're still putting them pretty close to the top of the list. But then when you're married, does it just become really natural to?
It is natural.
Consider them?
It is. I feel like it's more so natural. But then also with back in your mind, you can't just walk away from that person. Like you actually made a vow to that person. Yeah. So it makes you want to meet whatever goal like even more. But it's not like something I constantly think about. I wouldn't say I constantly think about it. But it is a daily decision to love your partner. So, yeah. But I love it. It's great. When they say like marriage is work, it's not like, like work like that, but it's like constantly like looking at yourself. Yeah. Especially with kids, being a bonus mom. Ooh.
How old is your son?
16.
Do you say son?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, my bonus baby, son, whatever. Yeah.
Baby. Okay. 16?
16.
Okay.
He's huge.
Wow.
Yeah.
How
huge.
do you, and you don't have to get into like personal details about the mom or Keenan's previous partner. But you sent me this TikTok about Wiz on Call Her Daddy.
I loved it.
I watched Call Her Daddy's whole podcast a couple weeks ago before I watched the TikTok you sent. And I loved what he had to say about Amber Rose and his current girlfriend. And he was like, get with the picture or don't. I'm never going to disrespect.
Party foul. It wasn't me.
I'm so embarrassed. Did I not earlier put this on Do Not Disturb? Oh my god.
At least it wasn't me.
Let me check this real quick. What the fuck? My sister, what do you want? What if that was the guy? I would have taken it live.
Oh, you
I would have
should
taken it live.
Damn, I wish that was him.
What are we going to
I
see?
wish it was. Like, where you been for the last 4 days?
Oh, weird. Were your
Me
ears
in the
ringing,
background.
burning? Ears burning. What is it when you're talking about someone and they burning? Okay.
That would have been hilarious.
But yes, I loved that TikTok and that where he was like, I'm not going to disrespect somebody. But I'm going to respect you, too.
Yeah. And for Keenan, I feel like it was he never said that. He never had to say that, right? Like, it's just like in his actions. Again, these are things that I just noticed, even just from following him on social media. I never had any qualms or like nervousness about meeting her. Like, meeting her from day one, it was like, hi, how are you? Like, we were at the club the same night. He set that in motion. Like, I already knew that's what the standard was going into it. He never said it. It was just like, I know just based on how they have conversations or like how they navigate dealing with him, their son. Like, I respected it even more.
Right.
Like, I knew there wasn't going to be any drama. I never had a concern about it. And when I saw that video of Wiz talking about Amber, I was like, dang, that's crazy. And like the fact that people don't understand that is insane to me. Like, why would you want your boyfriend or husband or whoever to be fighting with their child's mother?
It seems so opposite of any sort of healthy relationship. And then that's also bringing negativity into
like yours. You have a literal child that sees that and they are big on energy and no, I don't get like people that want for the child's mother to be treated like less than. She's literally like why that child is here.
Right.
So no,
I've
I
been
don't get
on several dates and then I have dated a couple guys that have had kids, which I love. I don't know if I prefer that, but I definitely don't mind it. But I've been on dates where someone has said, oh, you know, like, I have a kid or two, and the mom's crazy, and this and that. And I'm like, check, please.
No.
I really have a thing where my biggest turn on personality-wise is when you're kind to everyone. Yeah. So, like, kind to the server, kind to the flight attendant, kind to the
custodian or whoever.
The postman.
Yeah.
Woman. And so when you're talking shit about the person who you were with at one point,
you literally
obviously had to like
enough
with that person to be with that person. You had a kid with that person, and no matter what has happened, shit goes down. No. She cheated on you, she did whatever, anything that happens, you don't need to talk down, especially, why do you feel so comfortable doing that to somebody right away?
Exactly.
That's weird.
Red flags, like, everywhere.
Yeah, going off.
Nah, I'll pass. Like, that has never been an issue. And I'm really grateful for that. But I knew that, like, going into it, I never had an issue. Like, she was at our wedding.
Oh, love that.
Like,
oh.
Yeah. She just sent me recipes a couple weeks ago. Because sometimes I don't know what to feed that kid.
Right,
like,
because that person, the mom wants their child to be around someone loving and caring and happy and that they have a good relationship with.
They're tag team partners. That's what he calls it. Which I love.
That's cute.
Yeah. So I'm really happy that I like got into this type of situation because I've definitely been in a situation where it's not that and the child's mother is like stalking me or like, you know, sending me threats on Twitter. Not fun. So I'm glad to be here instead. And I find like I'm very protective of him. I'm very much like a mama bear. So it's interesting to see me like go from being like a single woman, not worried about anybody or anyone except for herself. And now I'm like very much mama bear. I have huge boundaries around him.
Good.
Very much so.
Okay.
I don't play about that boy.
Especially with like social media.
Oh, completely. Keenan included, but more so Keelan. Like, it's so weird. Somebody DM'd me like 2 weeks ago and said something with his nickname, like his household nickname that Keenan calls him. And I was like, blocked.
Oh.
That's
They're a little
weird.
too close.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, people will like see him in the mall, like, oh, I saw your son today. Like, that's weird. Like, oh, what school does he... No. Like, what's your relationship like with the mom? No. Like, we're not doing that. I have no problem setting a boundary. And that's a hard one. Like, no. What is his room? Like, he loved his room. Can we get a reaction video? No. He didn't sign up to be on social media with me.
Right.
So, no.
Especially, I see a lot of influencers and content creators doing that. Even not just humans on social media being like, you know, like putting hearts over their kids' faces. Like it's something that they decide that I'm going to wait for my kid to decide that they want to share on social media.
Yeah. And I thought about that too. Like if we have a baby, I would be happy never showing that child's face like on socials for me. Yeah. Because people are so weird. Like they're weird with me and as they feel the creator.
A false sense of... we'll get into your social media and your followers, but like just in general, people feel like, even at the top of the podcast, I said like, from what I see on social media, you know, like this is what
we can tell the difference. Like as a creator, we can tell the difference where it's like genuine versus like people that have like a parasocial relationship with you. It feels icky.
It feels a little fandom.
Yeah. It's scary. Yeah. Because I'm just a regular person. Like I'm not like a celebrity. Like I'm just a regular person. So it's always odd to me when people do put me like on a pedestal in that way. I don't like it. So I'm like, boundary. I am so good about putting a boundary up.
Good. Is this newer because of therapy?
I feel like I've always been that way. But I understand why I do the boundaries more now because of therapy. Because I feel validated in them. Right. If that makes sense. Yeah. Like I've always been protective of my energy. I don't have a big circle of friends. That is by design because I'm big on energy and like trusting people. I'm a Scorpio. So, you know, I be peeping the scene. If the energy's not right, then I'll cut you off real quick.
Man, I gotta be better.
It sounds brutal, but like like
I need to have a few percentages of Scorpio.
Yeah.
To cut people.
We have a little stinger, you know, like once you're on the other side, like once you're the ops, there's really no coming back. It's impossible. Like I'm good at boundaries. And so I actually asked my therapist, I was like, are my boundaries like good or bad? Because sometimes I feel like I'm too good at it. She was like, no, you just know what it is. Yeah. I was like, thank you. Check that off. I feel validated. Yeah.
I do love, you do, I don't know, do you call it something specific when you do your morning talks? Like you'll get on your way to
the name changes depending on the day because I forget what the name is.
Like chaotic car talk or something.
Yeah,
like
sometimes it's like car chronicles. Sometimes it's like morning car chaos. I don't know. I just make it up. Okay. ADHD. I forget so fast.
Okay, but I do love, and a lot of times in those conversations, you'll kind of say something, you know, like you'll just kind of address like, hey, I've been off social media for a bit, or like I've had a lot of questions about XYZ, and to be honest with you, I just don't want to share that. Yeah. That's not something I'm talking about.
And I won't.
And I just feel like we need more of that, especially in the content creation world, because people are looking at that and like, hey, I can act like, I can be myself, not act like that. I can be myself and still have followers, still make money off my ads, still do this.
You don't have to share like every little thing. Something that I always get, like a question I always get from creators is like, how do you set boundaries with your followers? I'm like, you just do it. Like if you're not comfortable talking about it, you're just not comfortable talking about it. You can either ignore it or you can just say flat out, I'm not going to do that. Respect it or don't. Again, these people don't know you off of socials. I love my people.
Yeah.
Like, I really do. Most of my followers are great, and they understand, like, if I disappear, it's because I just don't feel like it.
Right.
Or maybe I have something going on. Or maybe I, you know, like, social media is not my priority. I have a full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a wife. I'm a mom now. So I'm not going to be on here every day. My boundaries can change. Maybe I feel like talking about something today, but I decided I don't want to talk about it no more.
Mm-hmm.
Either you like it or you don't. You can unfollow. It is what it is. And that's just like with life in general, even like off of socials. If you don't want to talk about something, don't talk about it.
Right.
If you don't want to go somewhere, don't go.
And you don't have to apologize for
You don't.
it.
You don't even have to justify like or explain why it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you know that that decision or that boundary is going to protect your peace and make you happy, so long as you're not hurting anybody, fuck them.
Fuck them.
That's really it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
How did you get into the content creation influencer?
On accident.
Okay.
It kind of just had happened.
What had happened was?
It was pandemic 2020, and I literally was supposed to be going to Brazil in March of 2020 on a girls' trip.
Okay.
Left my job in New York to go on vacation. My desk, everything was still like the way that it was. Because I used to travel to New York like every week as a consultant.
Okay.
Never went back. I still have never been back to New York for work. And that was 4 years ago almost.
Do you still work at the same?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I love my job, but I just physically have not gone back. I've been remote working for 4 years. Yeah. And so since we were like just stuck in the house, I was like, oh, I ain't got nothing else to do. So I'm just going to like make drinks, because I always made drinks. Like in college, before the parties, I would mix Hawaiian punch and whatever else we had, like taka vodka. Sheesh. I would just like make concoctions in the kitchen before we go out on Thursday nights. And I just started doing that. And I was like, oh, this is a new liquor. I like it. And I would share it on my stories and be like, what is that? I'm like, oh, it's this. And then like people were interested in it. And I was like, okay, let me make it cute, because I like all things like aesthetic.
Right.
Because I was actually like doing this stuff like with my hair tied up in a scarf. So I was like, maybe I should make it like pretty if I want to work with a brand. And then it just went from there. So now I don't really do like
natural.
Like literally I never wanted to be an influencer or a content creator. I never cared for that. It just kind of happened.
Whoa.
All things in time.
I feel like that's the lesson.
That is literally like my line. And I preach it to people all the time. And I constantly have to remind myself of the same thing. Like, all things in time.
Okay.
Because you can ask for something and be like, oh, I want it now. And then you get it now. And you're like, I don't know what the fuck's to do with this.
Right.
So you got to be like ready for whatever you want. All things in time. So here I am.
So almost 2020.
Yeah. It'd be 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah. I think I probably had like 1,000 followers.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But I never really cared about followers. Like, and I still don't. Like, I just share what makes me happy. Mm-hmm. I did get caught up in like, oh, I want to post like, you know, whatever is like trending or whatever. But at this point, back to my boundaries, like, I'm not going to tire myself out just because. No.
Yeah.
I say no a lot.
That's good.
Yeah.
So luxury lifestyle.
Libations.
You make drinks. I feel like you're into
I do.
Obviously nails, which I can't even stand how good
and
those
I did
things
these
look.
myself.
Yeah, I know. Come.
Are they cute?
Damn.
Booking info in bio. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that.
Can you
yet.
imagine? Wait, you're gonna start doing people's nails?
No, I'm not no license. I'm not going to jail.
Oh.
No. People ask me. I do my mom's, but that's about it. I do my mom's, but I just like I was getting my nails done so often, and I like
you used to go to Gloss.
Yeah,
I go to Gloss,
and I still love Gloss.
Yeah,
like my pedicure girl. I'm not gonna tell nobody her name because she's my favorite.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
I love her.
She gives a good massage. We need it
up here too.
Okay,
I shit you not.
Okay.
I will never say her name publicly, but I will tell you.
That's a boundary.
That's a boundary. Like, I'm very protective of all my people. Like, my wax girl, it took me forever to do a video for her. Just because I love her. Hope. No, I really do love her.
Just as long as she keeps your name at the top of the list.
Yeah. You know, like,
don't book
I have VIP access.
Right,
but
right.
I've been going to her for like 10 years. Like, I am very loyal to my people.
Okay.
You know?
Well, and I love that I feel like you're only talking about or promoting things again, this is what I see from you on social
real.
media.
I
That's
can't
how
force
I
it.
am. Well, first of all, I don't really have that many sponsors or like affiliates yet. But like, if somebody were to reach out for me for like, I don't know, a liquor that I don't drink, I'd be like, oh, damn, I can't.
No,
I'll post a pic. Like, so you can send it. I'll post a picture, but I'm not gonna say. That's fine. That's fine.
But see,
Actually, drink that and we'll pour more.
Oh yeah. See, but the thing is, I think I have no problem saying no because number one, I'm just not gonna do something that's like not authentic to who I am.
Yeah.
But also because I don't need the money.
Woo.
And that is not shade. It's just a fact. Like, as a part-time creator, I have a full-time job.
Right.
That will always be my priority. This is
fun and hobby for you.
Yeah. It's just like, it happens to be something that I love and I can get paid to do it with brands that I actually use and that I love. I'm not going to promote something just to promote it.
Yeah. No, I think that's good. And that means that you're, what do you call them? Bespoke? What do you call your followers?
I don't have a name for them.
Oh, honey. You gotta get a name. But
see, the problem is I am B and the only thing that comes to mind is Beehive. Right. And I can't do that because Beyonce.
Right. Of course. Definitely.
And I love Beyonce, so I can't do that. But no, I have a couple of different iterations of Bee Sting. So Bee Sting is my brand. That is who I am. But then I have my newsletter, which is the Bee List.
The Bee List. Okay.
I have the Bee List. Yes, which I'm going to revamp that.
Okay.
Soon. I wanted to do so much with that last year, but then life was like, that's funny. No. But now I started Bespoke, which is the broadcast channel on Instagram.
Okay.
And Bespoke.
How are you liking the broadcast channel?
I like it, but I don't.
Okay.
I like it because
it's one more thing you're doing.
Well, but it's really not though. Okay. Like, it's really not much work for me. Again, because the people that are in there, Bespoke meaning like it's curated for a particular person. Those people that are in there actually have interest in me and what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, whatever. Like, I have followers, but then I have people that are in Bespoke that really be in my DMs, really want to know like what's going on. Are you okay? Like whatever. And they'll support literally anything that I do. Aww. That's who's in Bespoke. Okay. So I curate certain things for them. It's not hard for me to go send like an inspirational message or whatever to them. It's not like extra work for me.
Okay.
Yeah. But I wish I had a name for my people. If you have any suggestions, I'll take it. I can't do Beehive.
No. You can't.
I don't want the bumblebees coming from me. No.
No, so it needs to be, and also just because you want something unique for yourself and what represents your community.
But then also part of me is like, do they really need a name?
No. I was just wondering because I knew you were Bee Sting, and then I've seen Bespoke, and so I was like, wait, am I missing the name?
No.
Okay.
We're gonna like expound on that. Because Bee Sting is like actually a brand.
Yeah.
Like it started out as just being like what my Twitter handle was from college. And it was actually like shady the way that I got that name. Ooh. I'm not going to share that.
I was going to say, should we share it?
I mean, well, it was a guy that I was talking to. I won't say dating because in college, nobody really dates.
Okay.
You just kind of have like situationships. Okay. And I didn't really have no boobs. And so back in the day when that Kanye song came out and he's like, and up top 2 Bee Stings, that's where it came from.
Did he give that to you? Oh.
But I liked it because I flipped it, right? I like the wordplay of it. I am B. People call me B, but then I also will sting your ass. I can be sweet, but I can also sting you. I'm a Scorpio.
Again.
So I took that and flipped it.
I like that. It is what it is.
Yeah. So I'll take a little shade and I'll turn it into what I want it to be.
Okay. I don't normally talk about pop culture or anything like that, but speaking about taking a little shade and flipping it, any thoughts on the Nicki Minaj Megan Thee Stallion?
I'm so tired of this.
I literally do not. I don't know the last time I brought up pop culture.
Now, see, I do have thoughts, but again, the fans are crazy. I would just say I am Team Meg.
Okay, here's the thing.
I'm a hottie. Is that what they call them? A hottie.
Oh, is that what they call her?
I think that's what her people are. They're hottie.
I like Nicki Minaj and I like Meg. I would say I like them equally. I feel like Nicki came hot for just like a one-line thing. That's my feeling. But honestly, the talent, Nicki Minaj coming out like 2 days after that came out with a whole ass song. She's talented. Oh, okay.
Again, I love Meg.
Okay.
I'll just say that.
Okay. And also, she's from Houston.
Yeah, she's a Houstonian.
Right from Meg.
She's educated, and that showed in her song.
Okay.
I love that for her. I just leave it at that.
Sorry. It was hot. And I have these white chairs, and I'm wearing white.
Making it easier.
And I have white sweatpants.
What the phrase in the South is like a hit dog gonna holler.
Okay.
That's it. I'm really not a big fan of either one of them. I'm not gonna sit here in front like I just know all of Meg's music. I love her and like what she's been through. I can't imagine like what she's been through. I'm proud of her. I like Nicki Minaj songs too. But if I had to pick one, I'm gonna roll with Meg.
Me too.
Period.
Me too.
And then what she do? But no, I'm tired of it, honestly. I feel
You're
like
tired. It's only been like 2 days.
But the thing is,
people are
all
hot
up and
about
down
it.
my For You page.
Yeah.
Like every time I scroll, it's that. I ain't gonna lie. Some of it's really funny. But I feel it's kind of sad to see her going out like this.
Meg?
Nicki.
Oh, Nicki.
She's kind of going out sad if you ask me.
Well, right,
I feel like she's too big for this. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Like,
it was too big of a reaction, and then the follow up, she's like,
yeah,
commenting on random people's.
I don't like it for her. I don't like
it's not
it
a
for
good
her.
look.
Yeah, she's too good. I hate that for her. But in this particular battle, I pick Meg.
Right.
I'm not a big fan of either one, but I pick Meg.
I do feel like we're on the same page. Not that it matters, but yeah, I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah. Nikki, please don't come for me. I do like you. I don't want the barbs in my DMs.
Oh my God.
They're like doxing people.
What does doxing mean?
Like finding what your address and your phone numbers and your mama and your daddy and your sister and your all of them and putting your information on the internet. Which is a felony in Texas, by the way. So if you want to try it, it's a felony. I will call the FBI.
Lucky for you, my podcast ain't that big yet.
Well, you never know. You never know. You post a clip and shoot, you just never know. You said keyword yet.
Yet. Right, because anything on the internet lasts forever.
For real.
Yeah.
And then you just never know. You post one thing on TikTok and it's...
That's true. I am looking for that.
Yeah. Your podcast got 1 million followers after this. And I was like... Like, there you go.
Drink girls' nights on me for the rest of forever.
But going viral is so overrated, though. You don't want that.
I don't necessarily. I've gone viral a couple times and gained a lot of followers, and that's been fine. Mm-hmm. And because I am just kind of, I'm really an open book in my life and on the podcast, so I certainly do have boundaries. Although, if you asked me what one was, like, I would be like, what the fuck?
I think I do. I'm not really sure. I mean,
I do. If I'm dating someone,
you protect that.
I protect that. I don't typically talk about someone I'm dating until it's like over, you know? And then I'm never like, I would say I'm never disrespectful about the person I've dated. I'll just be like,
it's just a moment in time.
It's a fact. Make your own.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah. But that's okay to be protective.
Yeah, so that's probably my boundary.
Protection. I protect all my peoples.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I really never say, like, I know that friends never had this conversation, but there are, like, certain friends who I know don't really want to be, like, named. They are, it's like, they're in the space, you know? And so it's I'm not, like, name dropping, things like that. Like,
yeah.
A lot of times I just say my friend.
To protect people. Like, if you're somebody that's, like, important to me, I very rarely will tag, like, my friends because people are weird. Mm-hmm. I have several stories about people contacting my friends or, like, Keenan to get information. People are very odd. So I'm very protective of my people. Like, even my dad having cancer. I shared that he had cancer, but I'm not going to share any more about it. Mm-hmm. That's it.
He is in remission, though, right?
He's in remission, yeah.
Thank God.
Go, Daddy. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, boundaries are good. I wish more people set boundaries and stuck to them and didn't care about how other people felt about them.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm very passionate about. And mental health, specifically, I will
I'm really big on mental health.
It.
I always have been, but very much so like in the last year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been great. It's funny, but it's not funny. On one of my things on my vision board, which I'm never going to do a vision board again. I did one last year, and then last year was like a shit show for me.
Oh.
Cancer. Like all the things. I got like nothing on my vision board from last year.
Were you looking at it every day?
I have time. That's why I was in the hospitals and doing
I made a vision board and someone was like, but like, where are you going to put like in my tiny ass little house? They were like, where are you going to put that though? And I was like, I mean, nowhere. They're like,
I would rather,
you have to look at it.
I'm more of a manifester. I'll write it down in the journal, be specific, put it away, and get to work.
Okay.
I'd rather do that.
Okay.
But mental health was like one of the things on my vision board. That is the one thing that I got off my vision board from last year.
Okay.
It's like starting my mental health journey again. Like figuring out, do I have ADHD? Or am I just like making myself fit into all these TikToks that I see coming down my For You page? Ding, 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 you have it.
Right.
Bad. The lady never told me I actually had it. It was so funny. I saw my doctor and I was like, yeah, so, she did the assessment or whatever. And then she's like, okay, so we're going to prescribe whatever to you. And I was like, wait, so I have it? She was like, yeah. And I was like, damn.
She's like,
I was like, is it that bad? She was like, you're being dramatic. It's like, it's bad.
Oh my God.
Yes, I have ADHD.
Okay.
And I have a little anxiety sprinkled in there.
Yeah.
A lot.
Well, don't we all?
Yeah, So that's been fun, like unpacking
And even if you don't have ADHD or anxiety, speaking to somebody who I say
it's so good.
Speaking to a professional who does not care about you, and it sucks that you have to pay, but you're paying them to be unbiased.
Right. And
you're
that's
not
really what it is. It was just word vomit for the first 6 months. And honestly, I'm so glad I started it in January because literally at the end of January, cancer. And I was in shambles. I don't know what my life would have looked like if I wasn't in therapy. And now it's really just picking apart why I am the way that I am, how I can do better.
Or why you get to the places that you get to.
Yeah.
Things that happen in your childhood
How
or previous relationships.
Yeah. It's it's so good, but it sucks at the same time.
Do you feel, not every time I go, but I feel sometimes so emotionally drained. Even if it's a light sesh, no tears were shed.
No.
I leave and I'm like,
damn. God, that was me Monday.
I'm tired.
That was me Monday.
My body is tired.
I thought I had nothing to talk about.
That's when it comes.
And I was like,
that's when it comes.
And then it's so funny because I really just be talking to myself and she's just there writing notes and stuff. And I'm like, what are you writing? But it's getting it out with somebody that does not know you and just kind of access your bumpers on a bowling lane. Okay, let me nudge you that way. That's really all it is. It just helps you get your thoughts out. Because really, I answer my own questions most of the time.
100%.
Most of the time. She's like, you already know this. You just have to get it out.
I've actually never had my therapist tell me what to do.
No.
Ever.
No.
I've asked her and she's turned the question back around to me.
And I low-key be hating it. I'm like, can you just tell me?
She'll say and why is that? I'm like, well, I asked you.
Right.
Do you mind?
Yeah.
Just give me a little bit?
No.
And it'll help getting there.
Because I'll ask her a question and why do you feel like that's not a thing? Why do you feel like that's a problem?
Right.
And I'm like, but can you just tell me how to feel? Why do you have to question me? I know that lady be fed up with me. I know she does. Because sometimes she's just that's it.
Does your therapist ever literally laugh at you, or has your therapist cried with you? Because I've had both, and I'm like,
she hasn't cried about that. She has not cried. She hasn't cried, but she does laugh at me. And I was telling, I think it was on my close friends last year. I was talking about how I picked my therapist, and I was like, I want to be able to just talk how I normally would talk, to whoever. And I was like, I need to be able to cuss. And low key, I want them to cuss at me, but not aggressive.
Not angry.
No, but just
passionate.
Yeah. And she does that. And I'm like, yes. Thank you.
Wait,
I feel hurt. Yeah. It's so weird.
Oh my God.
But I like it.
Well, I love that you got in. So obviously you got the news, you said end of January. Someone reached out to me recently, and I said this on a couple episodes ago, and they were like, because I talk about therapy a lot in my social media and real life, and they were like, I've been thinking about it. And I said, my recommendation to you is to do it now before you need it.
Yes.
Because both times I've found I've gone to 2 different therapists.
Mm-hmm.
Both times that I had to get one were like emergency,
Yeah.
more so the last time, but like emergency situations to where I was panicked and like
Yeah.
everyone was like, you need to go to therapy. You know, like my
Yeah.
friends were very supportive, like go, 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 go. And I'm like, but the panic of finding one is too much.
It is. It's kind of like dating. I got lucky, honestly. Like, I got lucky. I have a psychiatrist that, you know, treats my ADHD and anxiety. And then I got lucky with my therapist, like, on the first run.
Yeah.
And I was so happy about it.
And that happens, but if you don't get lucky on the first run, it's okay.
You have to be, like, again, you treat it like dating. Like, if this date doesn't work, cool, you go to the next one. But I think you be intentional when you're searching for one. Like, I wanted somebody that I could tell was older than me, but not too old to not to understand, like, how I talk. I wanted somebody that was Black. I wanted a Black woman who could relate to how we grow up, our culture and stuff like that. I wanted somebody that wasn't overly religious, because I feel like sometimes religious people can be a little judgy.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be judged. And then there was something else on there that I can't remember. And that jackpot. Like, I think when you're intentional up front about it, you don't have to like go crazy. Like, you have a list of like 3 or 4 that fit. You say, okay, I'm just going to go through each one. If this one doesn't work, cool. Right. You don't have to like stress yourself out about it.
Because on the first session, you're going to get a vibe, just like dating, as you said. You don't have to go into your whole life story. It's just, you're going to, whatever the few things that you were going to talk about, you're going to bring those things up. Yeah. You're going to get the vibe, not for me. Yeah. So it's not like you have to.
And some do consultations. Like, you don't even have to do a session. Like, some will offer you like a 15, 20-minute consultation, and they'll tell you like, this is how I normally, you know, treat patients or whatever. And you can get a vibe off of that conversation, but without even like paying. Right? Right. You're like, it's like a little coffee date.
When I first found my therapist, I stalked them out on Facebook, and I
didn't go that far.
I eliminated a few people because of that.
Well, I'm not
it was also like 2019.
I did Google, but she didn't pop up.
Okay, well, that's good. But no news is good news.
Because for me, as a person with anxiety, I'm going to Google everything. Uh-oh. And that's a problem, because I need to know all the answers. Like, that is anxiety. It's like, I need to know answers to everything. I could not find her. But looking at her, I could tell, okay, she's probably older than me, but she's not too old. Like, she's probably like a big sis, like auntie vibe. And I was right. Okay. I advocate for people to go to therapy.
Yeah, same.
It doesn't have to be like an issue. Like, I had no problem when I started. And then literally my third session, life fell apart. And I was like, thank God I'm here.
Yeah. So you originally started just to have somebody to talk to. You were like, let's
just like to do like check-ins, right? Like, I did therapy in the past. Like, I had grief issues years ago. So it wasn't my first time doing therapy, but I just found myself having a hard time like communicating how I felt or whatever. And then especially like being married, like you asked about being married, I wanted to make sure that I was able to communicate effectively so that he could take care of me and vice versa. Like, I want to be like a good wife. You know? So it's like, let me just go talk to somebody and just like get everything out. I had a little list. I'm going to talk about this, and that. I didn't talk about nothing. I just sat there and cried for like an hour in the first session. Yeah. It was good though.
It was so good.
Yeah. I was fighting it hard. I was like, I'm not going to cry. I was like, I'm a boss bitch. I'm not going to cry. And then I walked out. Down to glass of wine. Yeah. Like, this is so trash.
Do you go in person?
No, I don't.
You do virtual?
I do virtual. I've never seen my therapist in person. I have seen I saw my psychiatrist in person, and I did not want to go. And she knew I didn't want to go. I was like, I don't want to go. She was like, legally, I have to see you. But when I went, I was in that on the lady's couch, feet crossed, just like about to lay back on the couch, like what you see on TV. I went over on my session for like 30 minutes. I was like, this is kind of good.
My therapist just did that to me. So I go on my lunch break on a work day because I'm hybrid. So 2 days I'm home, 3 days I'm in the office. And I know my appointment is like, it's like 50 minutes, 55 minutes, whatever it is. And like, she's usually, you know how they're like, okay, well, time's up. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay.
I hate it because you can kind of tell when it's like almost over.
You kind of can.
But I'm like, I'm not done yet.
But this last time, I could not tell. And so I remember saying, I thought I could tell, and I was like, I don't know how we are with time. And she said, oh, you're fine. Yeah. I like started a new subject. Yeah. And then all of a sudden.
She was into it.
Into it. On the edge of her seat. As she normally is.
I love that for you.
And all of a sudden I was like, I don't typically look at my phone, obviously, but I was like, I'm like, she's like, where? I was like, work. I'm late for work. I'm counting on you to cut me off. I'm on my lunch break, bitch.
But that's good though.
But
I bet you got some good, you got some good stuff in there though.
Great stuff.
See?
Great stuff.
Yeah, like a bonus. I want that. Because sometimes I be like really into it. But that's how you know that therapy is working. Like when I first started, it was like every session, it was just like rambling, tears, like ugly cries, snot everywhere. And then after like 6-7 months, I was like, I don't know if I got nothing to say to you. She was like, you don't have to be in shambles to come to therapy. Right. Like we can talk about good stuff. And I was like, I don't know what to say.
Has your therapist, for the first time ever, like 3 weeks ago, my therapist was like, you look great. Like, you look happy and healthy.
That was
and
me
you
in
look
September.
like you believe in yourself.
Yeah.
And wow. And I left and I was like, woo, party. Mm-hmm. I felt, because I legitimately felt
you've
good.
done the work.
And I didn't tell her. I didn't walk in there like, I'm feeling good. I came in there with a problem.
Yeah.
But the way that I talked through it.
Yeah.
And she was like, wow.
I know, me too.
Isn't that so nice?
It's kind of like getting a gold star.
Yes.
When you're like in pre-K or kindergarten. I was like, dang.
And tell the class.
Yes.
Tell the class.
So now it's kind of like transferred from me like having word vomit into like actively going in with a list. Like, I want to talk about this.
Right.
Why does this, like, what is this?
Well, don't you feel like when you're kind of in a good place with yourself and your family or whatever things surrounding,
it's easier to do that.
Then you can really dive deep into subjects that will cause painful thoughts and feelings.
I know. I'm there.
So that's where I am. So she's like, you're doing great. Now let's talk about, oh shit.
That was me on Monday. I was like, this is so ghetto. Like, why? I was like, and I tell her like every session now, I'm like, this is so stupid. Like, therapy is great, but it also sucks. Like, I don't want to know all this. Like, I don't want to be more aware of things, because that's what therapy does for you. Like, it makes you more aware of like what your triggers are. I feel like trigger is like a trendy
word,
but but that's like the truth. Like, it makes you more aware of things and people and how they say things and like how you feel about things. And I was like, can I just go back to being like oblivious,
naive?
Yeah.
No, it's better on this side.
No,
it's better on this side.
Now you have like the tools. I'm like, but I don't want to use them.
Right.
I just want to be like, you know,
you're better this way.
Sure.
And that's what you're paying for.
Right. But then sometimes I'm like, I don't want to. And she was like, you'll be fine. I'm like, okay.
And you are. And you're better equipped.
Yeah. But it's work. It's literal work. And I think that's what scares people about going to therapy is, one, they don't know what to expect. And two, it's like you literally have to look at yourself in the mirror. You have to look at yourself in the mirror. It was like people ask me like all the time about like, well, what did you pray for with Keenan? Like, what did you pray for? Blah, blah, blah. And I hate that question, because my thing is like, I shot my shot just like because I was bored, honestly. Like, I had no real intentions of being in a relationship, but I was very much into myself. I was like, I don't want to date. I went on one date and I hated it. I was really just sitting with myself. I would date myself. I would sit in the house by myself with my thoughts and really thinking about like, who am I? And people don't want to do that because it's uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. You can't get any like growth from being. Yeah.
Start now.
You don't grow when you're comfortable. You gotta be uncomfortable. So I keep telling myself, I tell people that all the time, and I keep telling myself the same thing. You really have to be comfortable with yourself. It's like people serial date because they hate being by themselves.
I think I'm gonna make this a quick thing because it's about you, not me. But recently, like so recently, I thought I was so happy with myself and loved myself. And I think I have in parts.
Yeah.
You know, I said to my therapist, I said, well, I think I'm beautiful. I think I am funny. I think this. And she says, say without think.
Right.
And I was like,
is your therapist talking to mine?
Maybe.
Because she picks me too. I was like, I think I feel. And she'd be like, you feel.
And I said, oh my God. I said, whoa. And it was hard for me to say it without the think.
Yeah.
But just recently, like how she said, like, you look great, you look happy, you look healthy, you look like you believe in yourself. I do actually in my bones feel that way. And it's changed my day-to-day activities, my life. I don't feel the guy that I was telling you about who I was excited about, I don't feel attached to him. I don't feel like he owes anything to me.
Because you're good, regardless. That's how it should be.
And
well, let me not say should, but it feels good when it's like that.
So, I mean, I don't think I could have gotten there without
Yeah.
Looking in the mirror.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
I
know,
do. I wish more people would like venture out into it. And I also wish it was more accessible for people that need it.
Yeah.
There are, you know, things out there for people that have issues like paying and stuff like that. But I wish that more people were interested in it and would actually like go for it.
There's I feel like when people are, it gets pushed to the bottom of their to-do list.
Yeah.
And I get it.
But it should be at the top.
I know.
Because if you aren't good, nobody else is going to be good.
I do tell people, they're like, well, it's a money thing. I'm like, okay, well, then don't get your nails done this week and go to therapy.
Right. Do them yourself.
Yeah. Like Brittany with the gel
yourself.
And the gems.
I do everything myself.
Nobody likes a bragger.
I mean, it just takes practice. It takes practice. And honestly, when you think, like, when you really just sit and look at your credit card bill or your bank account statement.
I don't even want to get into credit. I need to get somebody in the financial space on this podcast.
Like, adulting.
Quick, fast, and immediately.
Yes. Like, he'll get you together. But, like, when you really think about it, is it really worth it?
Does he take small clients like me?
I don't know.
Maybe friends?
Probably. It's worth a shot.
Okay. I'll hit him up.
But really, like, doing my own nails and stuff is like self-care for me.
Yeah.
My brain stops.
It's a form of, okay.
Yeah. My brain stops. I can't think about anything else. Like, normally my brain is, like, constantly going because anxiety or whatever. But when I'm doing my nails, all I care about is a nail.
I love it.
Yeah, it's great. I feel like I wish more women, men too, but more so women, would really take time to, like...
men too.
Men too, for sure.
Because men just don't talk about their mental health.
They don't. And
problems.
I feel like they do get forgotten
Yeah.
about. And I hate that too. Like, a lot of men feel like they can't express themselves. And I feel like that's really unfair.
I would love it if men, especially, you know, when I'm dating
Imagine,
someone.
like, dating somebody that's in therapy and you're in therapy too. And you'd
I
be like,
literally
you know
said
what?
to somebody, they were like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I just got out of a therapy appointment. And they were like, physical or mental? And I said mental. And they were like, don't want to talk to you. And I was like, okay,
goodbye.
Bye. That's insane.
Wrong one.
You're insane.
Wrong one.
Thank you for that. Also, I go to physical therapy too because I'm old as fuck.
But like being able to share like notes, like, oh, you know, not in detail because that's like your thing, but being able to share like, you know, I talked about this and I had an epiphany and like, blah, blah, this is why I do X, Y, and Z. That's helpful for your relationship, whether it's romantic, parents, friends, whatever. It helps that person understand you better. Like, I wish that men did do it more. I wish men got more manicures and pedicures.
Same.
And massages and facials. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Feel good about that.
There's nothing wrong with that. I wish more men did it. I'm trying to get Keelan to do it, but he won't do it. He won't get pedicures. He hates it.
Still too, like, just weird about someone touching his
He's
feet?
a teenager.
Yeah.
It also depends on the day.
Right.
So, you know.
But he will soon, and he's going to be like, damn, I should have been doing this.
I'm sure if some girl told him, he would do it.
Yeah.
I'm at that stage of life. Kind of sucks. Having a teenager is like another mirror too.
Wanted to touch on quickly your fashion and your shoe game. And I don't know about for you, but I would say that you mentioned nails as a form of doing your self-care. So when I was down in the rut a little bit, I feel like I was like going to work looking like ass. I wasn't doing anything with my face.
I didn't mean to say in agreement.
You're like, yeah, I see that on your Instagram.
No,
yikes.
Because I do that too. Like, I will literally roll out the bed and just be like, I'm here.
Right. Well, when I'm working from home, that's definitely the case. But going to the office, anyway, so I got myself a clothing rack in my room because my closet's weird, and I just felt like I couldn't see my clothes, and I love fashion, and I wanted to start being more of myself. And I feel like that's a form of self-care.
It is.
I feel like
it's expressing yourself.
It's expressing yourself. And I feel like from social media, I see that you have two very distinct styles. One is like this sweatpants sneaker vibe, which goes.
What's the other one?
I mean, I've seen yours in the back of your closets. I'm like, look at that shoes.
I don't even know how that happened. Honestly. Well, I do know how it happened.
Just happened.
I'm going to be careful how I word that because Keenan he likes to take credit for me being a sneaker. I'm not going to say sneakerhead because I am not that.
Okay.
He likes to take credit for my sneaker collection. We disagree on that. But I will say that my collection has grown a lot more because he will just buy things that I didn't ask for.
Okay.
Which is good.
Love that. Thank you so much.
I love that for me.
I love that for you.
But I just found like the older that I get, I want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
But I've always wanted to be comfortable. Now that I think about it, like, I never really cared for heels.
But you're still expressing yourself. You're not just like... And
but
again,
this is who I am, and I'm okay
own.
with that.
Yeah.
Like, if I go to an influencer event, and there's girls walking around in heels, like, literally, I just went to an ESPN event for college football championship. I had on sneakers and a t-shirt, and I was walking the blue carpet, and I was like, I feel underdressed. And the lady was like, no, it's fine.
Everybody else
you're
just
like,
being you.
Yeah, it's like me, and I'm like, okay with that.
Yeah.
So I very
you're
much
just
comfortable.
choosing because your other style, and obviously describe it as how you would, but I just see it as this very like classy, sexy, glam.
I like it.
Like
I like it.
Luxurious.
Yeah.
But you always, at least again, it's social media, but you're always coming across as being comfortable in your own skin.
Mm-hmm.
So just dressing for what makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Whether it's comfy, sweats, sneakers.
Yeah.
Or up.
I think that the ESPN event is like the first time I actually questioned what I had on. Simply because it was like ESPN.
Right.
And there was a blue carpet. I never walked the red carpet. Like, that was insane to me. And I was like, my first red carpet experience, I thought I would be like glamorous, but she was like, no, this is great. I like being comfortable and like true to myself. And I feel like I don't like anything forced.
Mm-hmm.
I like forced relationships, forced outfits. Like, I need to be able to have stretch in my pants when I eat. I like sneakers. I don't like walking in heels. I have fat feet. Like, I'm okay with that. And I just don't really care. But I have like certain outfit formulas. I'm always going to have on a hoodie. I love a good crop.
Mm-hmm.
I like sweatpants and I love a good sneaker. Jordan 1s are my favorite sneaker. And then when I do put on real clothes, sexy, whatever, it's going to show my body.
Uh-huh.
I'm either tomboy or I'm like vixen.
Yeah, vixen. I like it.
Yeah, you know. Because I have a little body under here, so I like to show my curves
bit.
sometimes.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a good summary of me. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, a lot of people ask me, like, how do you style sneakers? And I feel like there's really no right way to do that. Like, I could put on a tutu dress right now with sneakers. I've done it before.
Mm-hmm.
And that's true to me.
It's just like how you're feeling that day, that night.
It's the balance.
Mm-hmm.
That's like my whole thing is like duality. I can be both. Like, you can't put me in a box. I'm going to do both. Like, I like to shop at Shein or the dollar store. I love the Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree has great glasses.
The Dollar
like,
Tree.
people ask me about glasses. They have great wine
like
glasses.
thick ass nice glasses too.
Yes,
The colorful
for
ones.
$1. Well, $1.25.
I feel like
now.
they're raising their prices.
$1.25. But you know, like, I like to do both. Like, I might shop at Crate and Barrel, but I also will shop at Dollar Tree. I might buy me a YSL bag tomorrow, but I will also buy one off of Amazon for $5.
Mm-hmm.
You can do both.
You can do
so
both.
Yeah, I mix and match. Okay. I feel like you don't have to like be put in one box. I'm going to do all of the things.
Yeah.
The way that I want to do them.
Be comfortable. Listen to.
That is me.
I guess I was gonna say listen to your body, but like listen to what you want.
Whatever. Music too. 1 minute I'll listen to Evanescence. The next minute it might be John Mayer. Then it might be Slim Thug.
Yeah.
Then it might be some John Coltrane. You just never know. You don't have to do one thing.
Right.
You can do all the things at one time. Period. Like, for real. That's it.
You can do all the things.
You really can. Maybe not all at one time.
Right. But timing is everything. What is your thing?
All things in time.
All things in time.
Yeah.
You can do everything.
Because you're like,
things
how do
in
you
time.
do everything? Like, how are you a influencer, but you're also like a 9-to-5 girl? I'm really like a 7-to-7 girl, which is crazy. With my full-time job.
Your full-time job is 7.
Not every day.
Like 12-ish
every day
hours?
is different. Healthcare, there is no like hospitals don't shut down.
Right.
Ever. Right. So I can be on call. I can be on a conference line at midnight.
I know that you and Kiana were talking about this earlier in a brief explanation. Is it you're a consultant?
I am a laboratory informatics consultant, which means that I work on like software that they use in clinical laboratories, like your hospitals, clinics, whatever it may be.
Okay.
So yeah, when you get your lab work done at your physical, they take your little tubes and they disappear into the abyss until you get results back.
Yeah.
I do all the in-between.
Interesting.
Yeah. Nobody knows about us, but you wouldn't survive without us.
Heroes, the unsung heroes.
For real. And I actually like that. It's actually not I guess you could say like a parallel to like how I live my life. I don't need like the
notoriety.
No. I don't need it. Which is what's weird that I'm an influencer. Like, I don't need
I
spotlight.
mean, but it also happened by chance, but you enjoy it. And
but
you're
I don't
not
need,
out
like,
here.
the attention. Like, that. I don't like being put on a pedestal. I'm just me, and I'm sharing part of my life.
Yeah, you're not
with
out here,
you.
like, raffling for followers. You're
No.
like, if you find me, cool.
I don't care. Whoever will find you will find you. And that's, like, one of my main advice pieces that I would give to, like, creators is, like, people that are there will be there. They will find you. Like, the numbers do not matter.
Yeah.
Because these apps will just treat you like complete.
So I know we're close to time, but like I used to work in Hollywood and for the studios for TV and movies. And it's like one thing I learned about that, which I translate to being a now podcast host and content creator, is that you are replaceable.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody really cares that much about you. If you say one wrong thing, you're out. If you say one wrong thing, or one right thing.
I don't want the barbs to come for me. I'm listening.
But yeah, I think that that's important for maybe anyone who's starting off in this business. Like me, I'm still season 3 of the podcast, like still going, but like I'm not willing to sacrifice my soul.
No. The right people will come. The right man or woman or other will come.
Or job will come.
The right job will come. Like everything happens in the right time. You just get yourself ready for it. Period.
I love it.
That's it. That's why I keep telling myself too. I tell everybody that I love those things, but I tell myself the same thing. You
gotta remind yourself, yeah.
Yeah. It sucks. It's not cute, but it's real. So it's like everybody has like this glow up. It's like trending. I hate that like stuff like this trends, but it's very much like how to glow up in a month. It's on TikTok. No, it's ugly. It's not cute. You're gonna cry. You're gonna look dusty and crusty sometimes. You have to like face some fears and sit with yourself. That's the real work.
A lot of at home on Friday nights.
Yeah. Alone, watching ID channel or Bravo or whatever it is, or journaling or reading a book, putting down your phone. But then doing the work is what you have to do to get to where you want to be, to where you just post whatever you want to post, live how you want to live,
right? Wear
what you want to wear, eat what you want to eat, and just not give 2 fucks what people think about it. Period.
Cheers to that.
See, I'm really a hottie because the way that I keep saying period, like Meg, come find me. I love you.
You are.
And then bring Beyonce with you. Please.
Okay. What's your wine of the week? And honestly, I've never done this before because you can give me a favorite wine that you drink, if you have, and a wine of the week. Because I know that you like wine, I see on your Insta.
I do like wine. I will give you my wine of the week right now because I can't think of a particular wine that I want to share. My wine of the week is, I really have 2. American Airlines.
Okay.
As
an entity.
Keenan says I can't say hate. What's another word for hate?
Loathe.
I loathe. That's what he be saying. I loathe American Airlines.
Okay.
I got stuck. Like we missed our connecting flight on the way back from vacation. American Airlines can kiss my butt. And then also I got a pimple.
What was the issue due to?
I don't know because they didn't tell us.
Oh. Were you stuck on the plane in the hot air with no air conditioning?
We just never boarded. People started boarding and they came off the plane. Nobody ever said why. And then we missed our connecting flight. Had to stay in a hotel that sucked.
Covered by them, hopefully.
But it wasn't.
I mean, it was like a Motel 6, I'm sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The people in there were questionable.
It says free cable on the sign outside.
Smells like a pound. Smells like a pound of green. And not good green. Trash. And also my pimple that popped up on the right side of my face. I knew I was going to have to sit on this side and I was pissed.
Oh.
I was like, so trash. So that's my wines. Like wines that I actually would suggest. Non-alcoholic, because I know some girls are doing dry January.
Yeah.
I really like Freshenays, alcohol-free rosé.
Okay, I've never heard of that. I mean,
you gotta try it. It tastes like real, like rosé with bubbles.
It's not too sweet.
No.
Okay.
It's good, and I put a little lemon balm in it. One of my favorite creators. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. I can see her face. I am so sorry. Oh my gosh. It's like a unisex name.
I don't.
I don't know. But she told me to put, she told her followers
Specifically you.
to put lemon balm in their alcohol-free wine.
Lemon balm, is that lemon?
Like
squeeze?
lemon balm. It's like it comes with like a little dropper.
Oh.
It's good for you. It's like good for your immune system. It's good for like stress and anxiety. So like if you can't afford to see a therapist or whatever to get like
lemon balm.
Your meds, lemon balm. I shit you not. I had like a glass of the alcohol-free rosé with lemon balm in it, and I was relaxed as hell.
It's calming. Okay.
No hangover. Okay. And then as far as wine, I'm gonna go Austin Hope Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay. I love both of these. I've never heard of, so I'm happy about that because I'll try something new.
Well, actually, I take that back. I'm gonna say their Cabernet. Actually, their Cabernet is good. Austin Hope, the Cabernet.
Okay.
It's like a cream and red label. Highly recommend. If you like a little sweeter wine, go with Cooper and Thief. Red blend.
Wow. You came with them.
Yeah.
I didn't even prepare you for that.
No. But it's because it's what I drink. Like, I'm not just
right.
It's actually like things that I drink.
Yeah. Okay. How is the wine tonight?
This is good. Josh. I like
Josh. This is like a pretty well, just like, Josh is good. 15-ish at the grocery.
Yeah.
I do have to say. Huh? The legs are nice.
Wants me to check the legs.
Oh.
I have so lot of them.
I've been touching my glass like a ridiculous amount.
Me too, and I have major lipstick.
This doesn't have like big legs on it. Or long legs.
I think it's just like an easy-ish cab.
It has good legs on it.
I have to do a quick highlight to Just Enough Wines. Have you had canned wine before?
I have.
Okay, I have. Before I tried Just Enough Wines, I had canned wine, and I was like,
I wasn't a fan.
gross.
Yeah.
Like too sweet, too tart. Ugh.
Tastes like a can.
I would recommend Just Enough. And they were kind enough to send me some. I've worked with them before in the past. It's a woman-owned business. One's from California. Absolutely lovely humans. So I just wanted to highlight them, and they're aesthetically pleasing.
Very. You know what? I saw that when I came in here, and I was like, "This is dope."
They're very cute. So I wanted to highlight them.
I'm gonna try it.
You can take a can.
I need both. Though.
A can for you. A can for you. A can for you. I'm Oprah.
But I need both because I need like the rosé, but I also need the.
Okay, but if you like them, then you have to share it on your story or something to give them.
I don't mind that.
Okay,
and I'll tag them.
Okay,
because you told me to.
Perfect.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you so much. Did I miss anything? Is there anything else you want to talk shit on?
I don't think so. No, because I ain't getting in trouble.
Okay. Well, then, what is your Instagram and your TikTok?
My Instagram is Beesting, Beesting.
Okay.
My TikTok is Beesting with 3 eyes.
Because 2 eyes was taken?
Yes.
Motherfucker.
But I trademarked it. But I trademarked Beesting. So my lawyer is going to try to help me get that.
Period.
Because in 2024, we're about business. Keena would say standing on business.
Me too.
Yeah. And I hate that phrase, but I'll give that to my love. I'll give that to you. I want my TikTok handle.
No, I get that.
I'm so mad. And then on Pinterest, it's 4 eyes.
Jesus.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad. And the people don't even log in. Like, they don't post anything. I'm like, give me my name, bro. Like, this is so dumb. That should be my wine.
Damn, the next thing they're going to come out with is going to be 5 eyes.
That's my third wine. That is my third wine of the week. Because I want, like, every other creator, their stuff is beasting on all platforms. I can't say that.
It would be so nice. Well, not to worry. I'll put all your shit in the show notes.
And beasting.com. You know, you can find me.
Yeah, your newsletters, your playlists.
Yeah, and I have a playlist coming out tomorrow. I'm so excited. Oh. A Valentine's Day series.
I feel like we might have a similar taste in music, so I'm going to have to...
It's a 3-part series. You'll cry. Might want to flatten some tires. You might want to call your ex.
Oh, no, we're not calling exes.
I'm just saying.
That's the theme. Calling exes.
That is the theme.
I just recently unfollowed somebody that I used to talk to, which was like such a healthy thing to do.
You should block them though.
And then months later, I was with Kiana the other night, and I was telling her about the story. She's like, "I'm so proud of you. What a fucking idiot." Da da da. Which Whiners? I'll tell you about that. My next solo episode, I promise. I'll tell you about that situation. She's like, "You need to block him," and I was like, "I don't even want to look at his name in the Instagram. So if you could,
She did it for you,
and she did it.
She's a real one.
So
she's a real one.
That's that on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Whiners. That's
okay. That was it.
Thank you, Brittany.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
It was great.
This is lovely.
I want to come back and just like lay on your couch and
okay.
sleep.
Let's do it.
It's so cute.
Thank you. Okay, Whiners. Love you guys. See you next Thursday. Bye.
It was fun.